Pass your check ride or I'll pay for it. Join our #1 rated online ground school and participate in live mock check rides and interactive written test prep. Visit groundschoolacademy.com to learn more.
The chamber is both a hyperbaric and hypobaric chamber. So hyper means more pressure, so that'd be like for diving.
Yes.
And then hypobaric is obviously low pressure, and
Yes.
that would be for altitude, and that's why we're here today. It weighs 77,000 pounds.
Can we go inside of it now?
Of course. When I first started, though, I would do 10 pilots at a time, and we would go to altitude and do traditional hypoxia training. But since that time, and the reason you're here today, is because of the integration of simulation
Yes.
as a part of hypoxia training.
Awesome.
Here is our air traffic control station.
Okay.
So I, as your air traffic controller today,
Yes.
will be giving you a hard time.
Yeah, that's A-okay.
I'll pretend I'm in a bad mood in busy airspace.
Yes. Dealt with that. Yes.
Our flight, our tail name today is MzeroA1.
Oh, love it. Ideal.
Yeah, I came up with it myself.
That's genius.
And so MzeroA1. And Matt,
Yep.
you're our first officer, and Jason, you are the captain.
You're correct. Perfect.
So I'm going to talk to you like our traffic control, and then I'm going to talk to you like a doctor.
Sure.
And then at real high altitude, I'm going to tell you my one and only joke.
Okay, great. That way we're euphoric and we laugh at it, right? I'll try to write it down.
Okay, MzeroA1, what is your current altitude, speed, and direction?
27,090, 200 knots.
And your direction again?
090 east.
090. MzeroA1, I need you to descend to flight level 220, please.
Flight level 220 for MzeroA1.
All right, take us down to 220.
And MzeroA1, we need a new heading of 180, please.
180 for MzeroA1.
Bug to 180.
And MzeroA1, I want you to maintain 200 knots.
Maintain 200 for MzeroA1.
MzeroA1, do you know how to increase your speed to 225, or I didn't really show you that, did I?
Well, I can figure it out.
Well, what you do is you push the menu button twice.
On your PFD.
On the PFD, push the menu button twice.
Got it.
With the big knob, roll down, highlight 200.
Got it. Ooh, that's 400. 220.
Well, that's a heck of an airplane.
Yep. 220's in.
220.
I'm trying to get her to come down now.
Okay, great. So MzeroA1, we're descending to flight level 220. We're heading 180 with a speed of 225 knots. Does that sound?
There we go.
Does that sound about right?
That's correct.
We got our VNav in.
And MzeroA1, what is your current frequency?
We are on 135.45 for MzeroA1.
MzeroA1, I need a new frequency of 134.2.
134.2 for MzeroA1.
MzeroA1, I need new altitude of flight level 210.
Flight level 210, MzeroA1.
MzeroA1, I need a new speed of 210 knots.
210, MzeroA1.
And 210 is going in.
Able to get this down?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it down.
And MzeroA1, we need a new heading of 170, please.
170.
170 set, heading that way.
Now, as your flight position, your cabin is slowly depressurizing. Your cabin is breaking through 9,000 feet. The cabin will probably notice to be a little cooler. You may notice that your ears pop more than usual in flight. That is a trapped gas phenomenon and could be an invaluable clue even before one gets their first hypoxia symptom in a real-world situation. So a cooling cabin with frequent ear popping should be the first physical clue that you may have a cabin pressurization problem. Our scenario today is the cabin altitude alert systems are malfunctioning and that there's a very slow leak in the right aft door. That's our scenario. Okay. You're on a climb out. Actually, I'm having you descend down to flight 210. So we're going to simulate a very slow decompression at a cruise altitude of flight level 210. MzeroA A1, I need a new frequency of 133.6.
133.6 from MzeroA1.
MzeroA1, I need a new speed of 230 knots. MzeroA1, I need new heading of 090. And I want you to climb the flight level 240, please.
240 from MzeroA1.
And 090.
Now the challenge in flight today as your flight doc is you're very busy pilots on your climb out, but you have to be twice as smart and listen to the body's altimeter. But it's very subtle. And as you start to notice changes, I want you to call them out to me.
Okay.
It's all part of the training. So be brilliant pilots flying your awesome Garmin 1000.
Yes.
But be twice as smart by knowing that something isn't right physically. That's our purpose and that's our goal today. MzeroA1, I need a new heading of 010, please.
010 from MzeroA1.
MzeroA1, I need you to climb to flight level 250, please.
Up to flight level 250 from MzeroA1.
And MzeroA1, I need you to slow down to 200 knots.
200 knots, MzeroA1.
Guys, 200, 250. Got it.
So it's a normal day in the sky. What could possibly go wrong? Now, as the cabin altitude continues to climb, air is expanding in your gut. And you might need to practice a technique that I patented called the free air release technique. Free air release technique.
Oh, are we talking about what I think you're talking about?
I would like you to be discreet.
Ideal.
But in a cabin depressurization, all laughing aside, in cabin depressurization, along with the frequent ear popping, you may notice the gases expanding and you feel bloated. And if you do, you have to kind of let it go because otherwise you'll become very uncomfortable. I don't want anyone being uncomfortable here.
Got it.
Okay, I'm back to my air traffic control mode. I need you to climb to flight level 300, please.
Flight level 300.
MzeroA1, I need a new heading of 180.
180.
And MzeroA1, I need you to increase your speed to 210 knots and change your frequency to 132.7.
210 for the speed, 132.7 frequency for MzeroA1.
The speed was what?
210.
210. Got us heading to 180 and increasing that speed on that descent as well.
Frequency change.
Gentlemen, do we notice anything?
Matt is exercising his free air release right now.
Copy.
I feel a little bit slower. Like, I really have to keep looking down at my notes.
Yes.
Copy. And Jason, how do you feel?
I feel great.
Do you notice any symptoms?
No, not yet. But from last time I was here, I remember my first symptom was tunnel vision. So I'm waiting for that to happen.
Copy that. M0A1, what heading did I give you?
180.
M0A1, I need a new heading of 270, please.
270 heading.
270 in the box.
Does anyone notice difficulties with scanning? Visual scanning?
Other than the fact that I have to actually move my head, so I might be getting a little tunnel vision too.
Copy.
Other than that, I'm still able to focus in on the instrument scan.
Copy. And what do you think, Jason? You got a nice little smile on your face now.
I'm just staring at the altitude aimlessly. Just fixate on the altitude, waiting for it to get there.
And what altitude did I give you?
So we're locked in at 30,000 feet, heading 270, 200 knots.
Copy that. Do you guys notice anything else? You're working together as a crew.
Yes.
Not really.
That was hard. I'm having to look down at his paper, and I'm falling behind the airplane a little bit.
Copy that.
Very much so.
Copy that. I can let you guys go just a little bit longer, okay?
Okay.
So let's try something new. I need you to climb to flight level 320.
Flight level 320.
I need a new frequency of 131.9.
131.9.
Jason, I need you to slow down to 200 knots.
Down to 200.
And I need a new heading of 180.
180.
Okay, how you guys feeling now? We're close.
Tunnel vision is slowly starting to set in.
I agree.
Do you notice anything else, Jason?
Uh,
A little slow? You're euphoric?
yeah, definitely getting a little slow. It's taking more effort to make that scan and initiate. And get my hand feels heavy to get it up to make that input.
Copy that. Do you still feel comfortable, or is anyone having any discomfort?
No, I still feel good.
No, I still feel good too.
Okay, copy that. One more turn, and I need that to be 010, please.
010. Sorry to take your job there, Matt. I'm just...
I definitely have tunnel vision.
Okay, it's getting worse.
Yep, definitely just have to focus in on that one.
Does anyone
EFT.
feel warm and flushed across the face and chest?
Yeah, my cheeks are warm.
Yep.
Yep.
How about you, Jason?
Yeah, I agree with that.
So you're feeling warm and flushed. You've got tunnel vision. You're way behind the aircraft. Something isn't right. You look at the cabin altitude, and it says 21,830. Gentlemen, what is your first and immediate action?
We need to don those masks.
Do it. Do it, gentlemen. Take the headsets off. That's you, Jason. You're Darth Vader.
Amazing.
Matt.
He's breathing too much. I'll stop breathing. Okay.
M0A1, you're clear to descend to flight level 15,000.
15,000 to MzeroA1.
Matt, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Copy that.
I'll try to hold my breath when it makes the radio call.
Jason, your oxygen level's already back to almost 100%.
Oh, that's awesome. It was down like 71.
So, gentlemen, in a real-world situation, you would have declared an emergency. I would have given you clearance to flight level 15,000. I need a real sharp banking turn, 90 degrees to the left. It's part of your emergency descent.
90 to the left.
Copy. I need a maximum descent rate, Jason.
Gotcha, coming down.
Do you feel better with the controls already?
Yep.
Tunnel vision should be gone by now. At this point, this is where I would have you guys check each other to make sure your masks are fitting properly. The general rule is 60 seconds.
Okay.
If your co-pilot was looking glassy and he wasn't back on his A game, you would have to check his
Look at him. I mean, jeez.
Okay, gentlemen, the chamber is descending quickly. That means your aircraft is descending quickly. This is the time to start paying attention to your ears. Make sure the pressure builds up that you equalize your ears. Do not let your ears hurt.
Okay.
That is very important. Good job, gentlemen.
That was fun. That was awesome.
Yeah, I was watching you guys kind of slip down that slippery slope.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. So, gentlemen, at this point, there's not much for me to do. I want you to bring the aircraft to flight level 15,000, level off, sit back, relax. This is the time I really want you to pay attention to your ears. If you have any troubles whatsoever with your ears, let Johnny know, and we will hold the chamber for you.
Okay.
Never, never suffer from ear pain. Never. Good job, gentlemen. Signing off.
So you're saying I was euphoric. I just felt like me, though. I mean,
No,
when Dr. Booza did say, like, I think he said, like, Jason, were you smiling about it or something? Literally, I was just staring at the 15,000 going, it's coming. We're just sitting, and I was just staring at it for some reason. So I can sort of see that. But even you flying, you missed a few radio calls. You know how I am about missing radio calls.
Absolutely.
So, but I heard it, but I didn't quite register it. Everything was happening so fast that I had to look down at your paper, and you're still writing stuff down, and I'm trying to program. It was just so easy to fall behind. I don't know what you felt, but
yeah, it was. I noticed right off the bat that was one of the first things. Was I just felt slow. Like I really had to think about what I was doing and that kind of stuff.
Well, and originally when I first came to SAMI, it was tunnel vision. It was tunnel vision in the sense I literally like lost the periphery. This was more tunnel vision in the sense that I was like just fixating, just staring at stuff. He said heading, and I was just dedicated to that heading. Meanwhile, he also said speed and altitude, and we were just falling so far behind the airplane. Then you take someone like myself. I don't have a ton of G1000 time anyway, so avionics, I'm current in, but I'm not proficient in. And you add hypoxia to it, and it's like we always talk about the chain of events that lead up to an accident. One thing doesn't always just do it, it's just one thing after another, and they keep compounding like a snowball building, you know?
Yeah, mine were, my tunnel vision was the same thing where you're staring right at one thing. There's a bright line of LEDs right under the cowling there, and looking at it the whole time, and then they disappeared.
Yeah.
And it was almost dark. It was wild.
Well, it's crazy because you get just all the lights just shining at you, and that's something different to think about too. When we went from just round dial gauges to now it's all these pretty lights, and colors kind of start to blend together.
Absolutely.
And everything else after a while. So it was fascinating. I found myself too. I don't know how you changed a lot of frequencies. I don't know if you had this issue, but just having the dexterity to grab the knob to make the switch.
Yeah, you physically had to think about moving your arm up to do that
I had to
versus
tell
just doing
my
it.
arm, to tell my arm to reach for the ground.
Yeah.
It was like heavy almost. It was mind-boggling. So you think of that, but what was so fascinating is when he was talking about bringing us back down, in my mind I'm thinking, I could go more. This is easy.
Yeah.
You know, but then you look at my saturation was at 71% and everything else, and how we're eroding, but it's that mindset that says, oh, I can keep going further, but I believe it's that same mindset that says, let me keep going further, that causes you to pass out.
Yeah. The one thing that was crazy for me was I didn't notice it really until he pointed it out was how hot I was. I was up there.
He said
and
that,
it was,
are you feeling warm? I'm like, as a matter of fact.
We were in there and we were freezing, and then all of a sudden he mentions it, and I'm like, I am. I'm like hot right now. So
yeah, when we start, I'm thinking I need a jacket if we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
And the moment he said, "Are you feeling any warm to the face?" I'm like, "Yeah, I really am." So no, it was just such a great experience to learn that and know what our symptoms are, and realize that first symptom, the second one is right behind it. And at that first symptom, it's a no-go, it's a descent, it's a borderline. This is an emergency. I need to get this airplane down.
And it's not even for people that are flying jets. I mean, I can see this can benefit everyone, really. And then, at the end, we get that card that has all of our symptoms right on it that you keep with you, right with your pilot certificate, and be able to recognize all that stuff right away.
No, it just, what a great experience overall. It was awesome.
Absolutely, it was so cool.
When in doubt, get the mask out. then double check your situation. All that brilliant training you did at sea level with a saturation of 99% at all of your favorite sim companies and all those checklists and all the emergency procedures, you can just throw that out the window.
Yes.
If you're at altitude and you're decompressing. You are not that pilot
Yes.
anymore at sea level. When in doubt, just get the mask on.
Love it.
You get the mask on, you can solve the world's problems.
Yes.
You can even, you know, bring world peace.
Yes.
Great stuff. Without the mask, it's Russian roulette. And if you wait even just another 30 seconds, you are now playing Russian roulette.
Wow. Great
So
point.
early identification is key.
Yes.
It's okay to put the mask on
Yes.
if you're not sure. I think if you wanted to get one message out, that would be the one message.
That's beautiful. Guys, if you want to learn more about SAMI and booking a trip to come on down here, all of Dr. Booz's information is down underneath this, the website, so you can check out and have the same experience we just did. All that's underneath this video now. So guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and most importantly, remember that a good pilot is always learning. Have a great day, guys. See ya.